As you see, my desk is quite dirty. Just garbage all over it. Anyway, yeah, I thought I'd just talk about some Blu-Rays I have. I have tons and tons of Blu-Rays, so it's gonna take a long time to go through all of them. So I thought I'd just grab a couple, do a stack at a time, and that should be good, right? Yes, so let's go ahead and clear off the desk first. I noticed in the last video that, scratching the mic was actually really harsh. I'm not trying to make really harsh sounds. Put that over there. All sorts of stuff on this desk. I really need to clean this desk. It's just so dirty. And yeah. Some good sounds with this piece of plastic. Oh, happy face. No happy face. I guess the happy face could stay there, I guess. What's this piece of paper? Just a piece of paper. Yeah, it's just a piece of paper. 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 It's just a piece of paper. It's a Batman wallet. Old Batman wallet from a long time ago. Got a bottle opener. Bottle opener. And I really like this pen. This is a San Jose Geico pen. San Jose Geico pen. Geico. I did not save 15% on my car insurance by switching to Geico. It just not has happened yet. Maybe one day. And looks like we got some garbage here. I wonder if I can get. Oh, it might be too loud to make sounds out of it. Yeah. Yeah, might be too harsh. I don't, as you can tell, I don't really test anything before I turn on the camera. Throw that over there. Alright, so let's get into these Blu-Rays after I just wasted the first 5 minutes doing nothing. My little stack here, the first movie on top is a little movie called Love and Mercy with John Cusack, Paul Dano, Elizabeth Banks, and Paul Giamatti. This is a biopic about the Beach Boys, but more specifically, the story of Brian Wilson, who was the main writer still experimenting. We're going to be trying different things every video. I think we might just need more lighting, but it is an ASMR video. I am trying to get you asleep, so maybe it shouldn't be too bright. I don't know. Anyway, Love and Mercy. This remarkable story of the Beach Boys' genius singer-songwriter Brian Wilson is filled with the best of his music masterpieces. Until now, few have known the truth behind the mysterious disappearance from the world stage. Follow the unforgettable story of the pop icon who fell under the complete control of his controversial therapist, made an acclaimed return to music, and ultimately found his salvation through a chance meeting with the woman who became his wife. And that woman is played by Elizabeth Banks. Paul Dano plays the young version of Brian Wilson, and John Cusack plays the older version of Brian Cusack. What did I just say? John Cusack plays the older version of Brian Wilson, and Paul Giamatti plays a therapist. And, yeah, I love this movie. It's a great movie. I love the Beach Boys. I have a lot of their albums on vinyl, too. Highly recommend this movie. It's about a guy dealing with schizophrenia, being controlled, trying to, get free from his insane doctor therapist, and just a really good movie. Highly recommend. I guess I'll put these on the floor. Nowhere else to put them. On my desk. Alright, next movie. The Adventures of Tintin. This is Steven Spielberg and Peter Jackson produced film. I don't think they directed it, I just think they produced it, but this is one of the greatest animated movies as far as technical achievement there's ever been. It's fully CGI is incredible in this movie. And I never knew much about Tintin, but apparently Tintin is a very popular comic strip in parts of Europe and all around the globe, but it never took off in America. That's why when this movie came out in America, it kind of bombed because nobody knew what Tintin was. He's more of a cartoon for the world, but anyway, let's read the back of it. From Academy Award-winning filmmakers Steven Spielberg and Peter Jackson comes the epic adventures of Tintin, racing to uncover the secrets of the sunken ship that may hold a vast fortune, but also an ancient curse. Tintin and his loyal dog Snowy embark on an action-packed journey that the critics are calling fun for the whole family. And yeah, it is a good movie for the whole family for sure. I don't know, should I be opening these? Is that too loud? Digital code's expired, but you could try. I just feel like it's gonna be too, it's a Blu-ray disc, nothing important. But yeah, no, it's too loud. I'm not gonna. I don't think I want to open all these. It's just gonna be too loud. I don't know. Just might be too loud if I open all these. Maybe if we get to my steel books I have in my collection, I'll open those and show you those, because those have cool insides and stuff. But these regular Blu-rays, they just have the disc. They're not that special. Okay. I started to get 4K Ultra HD Blu-rays because I have a PS5 with a 4K drive, so I thought I started picking them up, and one of the still watch it at least once a year. Absolutely amazing movie. High voltage fun, as they say. Let's read the back here. New York cab driver Corbin Dallas didn't mean to be a hero, but he just picked up the kind of fare that only comes along every 5,000 years. A perfect beauty, a perfect being, a perfect weapon. Together, they must save the world. It's tough to read it because it's like black and it's kind of dark in here, and the text is really small. Bruce Willis, Mila Jovovich, and Gary Oldman starring acclaimed director Lou Besson's outrageous sci-fi adventure and extravagantly styled tale of good against evil set in the unbelievable 23rd century world. Now presented in full 4K resolution, experience this dynamic action favorite like never before. Yeah, that's pretty hard to read that. I could barely see it. But yeah, we might change up the lighting for the next one. You never know. But yeah, Fifth Element, great movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And like all these movies I'm showing are not in any specific order. If I have a Blu-ray or movie in my collection, it means I like the movie. I wouldn't buy something if I didn't like it. And I know tons of people that just like buy stuff for collection, just for collection's sake. I'm a big fan of that. Anyway, Casino with Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro and Sharon Stone. This is directed by Martin Scorsese. This was around the time when he put out Goodfellas, movies like that, and he did a lot of work with Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro. Let's read the back. Robert De Niro, Sharon Stone, and Joe Pesci star in director Martin Scorsese's riveting look at how blind ambition, white-hot passion, and 24-karat greed toppled an empire. Las Vegas, 1973, is the setting for this fact-based story about the mob's multi-million-dollar casino operation, where fortunes and lives were made and lost with the roll of a dice. This is a very violent movie by Martin Scorsese. This is not for kids. Do not show this to your children. But a very good one. I don't think it's Martin Scorsese's best, but it's still a good watch. I personally think Goodfellas is far superior, and Wolf of Wall Street, but it's still a good watch. Check it out if you haven't already. Next movie is, you can see the movies right here. You can see which ones are coming next. Maybe I should push this on to the side or something. I don't know. You can still kind of see, can't you? Anyway, Terry Gilliam's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, based on the Hunter S. Thompson novel. Johnny Depp, Benicio del Toro. Just an acid trip of a movie. Not that I do acid, but sometimes I do. And if you're going to trip to a movie, this is one to do it to. For sure. I did not understand this movie at all when I first saw it. But then I got high and watched it, and it made a lot more sense. And I totally got what this movie was. So let's read the back. assistant Lance, journalist Rudolph Duke, Johnny Depp, and sidekick Dr. Gonzo, Benicio del Toro in Las Vegas. They decide to make it the ultimate business trip. That's a double entendre for trip. But before long, business is forgotten and trip has become the key word. See what they did there? Do you see what they did there? They went on a business trip, but then they started to trip. Do you see what they did there? Okay. Fueled by a suitcase full of mind-bending pharmaceuticals. No. Yeah, I said that word right. Duke and Gonzo set off on a fast and furious ride through the non-stop neon, surreal surrounding, and the crew of the crazy characters ever, including cameo appearances by Cameron Diaz, Christian Ricci, Gary Busey, and many others. But no matter where the misadventures lead them, Duke and Gonzo discover that sometimes going too far is the only way to go. You might hear my doggy in the background. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Check it out. Love that movie. Next one. Another great movie. Moneyball. Brad Pitt. Moneyball. Philip Seymour Hoffman. This is one of his last movies. And Jonah Hill's in it. Based on a true story about the Oakland Athletics. How they got to the playoffs while having absolutely nobody on their team and having no money at all. They still were a contender and got to the playoffs, which is incredible. Brad Pitt. Let's read the back of it. Oakland A's general manager Billy Boone. Brad Pitt challenges the system and defies conventional wisdom when he is forced to rebuild a small market team on a limited budget. Despite opposition from the old guard, the media, fans, and their own field managers, Philip Seymour Hoffman, being with the help of a young, number-crunching, Yale-educated economist, develops a roster of misfits, and along the way, forever changes the way the game is played. Sorry, kind of stumbled all over that, but yeah. A lot of interruptions in this video so far, but let's just try to finish it. Moneyball. I'm a big baseball fan, so I really like this movie. It's a great movie. And younger Chris Pratt's in it before he got super famous. Next movie is Ryan Gosling film, Nicholas Winding Refn directed, Drive. This was the second Nicholas Winding Refn film I ever saw. The first one was Bronson, which is a Tom Hardy film, and it was amazing. And this was the next one I saw, and it was just as good. Ryan Gosling plays the driver, and that's his name. He doesn't have a name in the movie. His name is just the driver. And it's, very, I would say, violent film, neon noir, but wonderfully shot. It seems like every frame is a painting in this film. So, let's read the back. Ryan Gosling stars as a Hollywood stunt driver for movies by day, who moonlights as a wheelman for criminals by night. Through a loner by nature, Driver can't help falling in love with his beautiful neighbor Irene, a young mother dragged into a dangerous underworld by the return of her ex-convict husband. After high school's wrong, Driver finds himself driving defense for the girl he loves, tangled by a syndicate of deadly serious criminals. Soon he realizes the gangsters are after more than a bag of cash, and is forced to shift gears and go on the offense. A lot of driving puns in that synopsis. Great film. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's an intense film, not a family film. So make sure you have the lights off and a pack of popcorn. It's good. Not a wanted to get all of his films, and he doesn't have that many. I think he only has like 4. But yeah, once again, visuals are incredible. I think this is his most recent one too. And this stars the guy from Casino Royale and Death Stranding. One of my favorite video games of all time, also, Death Stranding. Yes, this game is, this movie has tons of great visuals and not a lot of dialogue. When I first watched this film, I was very confused as to what was happening. Didn't really care that much though, because the visuals were just that good. Mesmerizing, that's a good word to use for this film. It is very mesmerizing, all the, shots they use in this. Let's read it. Acclaimed Danish director Nicholas Winding Refn follows his worldwide smash Punisher trilogy in the widely praised Bronson and his most daring film yet. Valhalla Rising is a brutally beautiful Viking film with international star Mads Mikkelsen, the guy from Casino Royale, as One Eye, a chained prisoner forced to fight to the death for the entertainment of his captors. When One Eye escapes, he stumbles upon a group of warriors headed to the Crusades. But fate has something else in store. As the men drift into the new world, where savages stalk them one by one in increasingly violent ways, is One Eye an avenging angel, or just the guiltiest one of them all? The answers can be found in this ruthless, hallucinatory, one-of-a-kind journey. I think I said that word right. Hallucinatory. It really is like you're hallucinating the whole time. I agree with that. Valhalla Rising. You can hear the disc. Valhalla Rising. I wouldn't recommend this movie if you're not into slow burns, because, unlike Drive, this is very much a slow burn. There's really not that much action in it. At least Drive has some action. At least a movie like Bronson has like comedy and action in it. This one's a very dry, slow burn. It has tons of visuals, tons and tons of visuals, and if you like art house films, you're probably gonna love this film. I thought it was okay. It's not my favorite Nicholas Winding Refn film. Next film is a classic, and it's The Rocketeer 20th Anniversary Edition. This was in like the Disney vault, and it came out, so I picked it up. You could probably find it in a bin somewhere, Yes. I wonder what year this came out. I forget. Anyway, this is the 20th Anniversary Edition. Director Joe Johnson, Captain America First Adventure. Oh, I didn't know that. He directed the first Captain America movie. That's pretty cool. Action-filled, witty, The Rocketeer, and now the state-of-the-art digital restoration of enhanced high-definition sound experience as it gets you jets off for the first time on Disney Blu-ray. The discovery of top-secret jetpack hurls test pilot Cliff Sickard into a daring adventure. The mystery, suspense, and intrigue Cliff encounters as assortment of ruthless villains led by Hollywood screen stars whose secret spy, Timothy Dalton, which is a huge name at the time, by the way. Timothy Dalton was one of the James Bond, he was one of the Bonds. So, that was a big get at the time. With the help of his actress girlfriend, Jennifer Connelly, another big name, the young pilot battles enormous odds to defeat his foes who are anxious to use the device and an evil plan to rule the world. The dangerous mission transforms the ordinary young man into an extraordinary hero. It's one of those early superhero films, and I love it just for the time period it's set in. And there was a video game called Dark Void, which was about a guy with a jetpack. It reminded me a lot of this movie, and I don't know what it is about jetpacks in the 50s, but horror films coming up here. And the first one we got is M. Night Shyamalan's Signs. Mel Gibson is in this one. And it's funny that the tagline for this movie, I don't know if you can see it. The tagline for the movie is, "It's happening." It's happening. Which we all know M. Night Shyamalan would go on to direct another movie called The Happening. So he's telling you early on what his next movie's gonna be. At least I think. I don't know, probably not. I love Signs. I love this movie. I think it's one of the greatest, underrated, horror films of all time. I remember when this first came out and everybody was horrified about this film. And I think the reason why the horror works so well with this film is because the characters are fully fleshed out in the movie, and you get connected to them. Especially Joaquin Phoenix's character. For some reason, I was just really attached to him. I didn't want anything bad to happen to his character, and he had a lot of the funny moments in the film were him. I feel like M. Night Shyamalan's one of the great American film directors. Let's read the back. Signs is the gripping story of an ordinary family as they encounter the possibility that Earth is being invaded by creatures from another planet. When Graham Hess, Mel Gibson, and his family awaken to find 500-foot crop circles in their backyard, they're told extraterrestrials are responsible. As they watch with growing dread, news report tells of a similar sign suddenly appearing all over the world. Don't even blink as a razor's sharp high definition transports you into a new dimension of awe and terror. Jump out of your skin as the speculatory enhanced audio quality intensifies every gasp, heartbeat, and otherworldly echoes. Echo. Stir your senses and experience Signs for the very first time on Blu-ray high definition. Yeah. It's a great movie. A lot of people say this is M. Night Shyamalan's last good film, but I disagree, because you can already see the next one coming up. You can see the next one. I think it's another great M. Night Shyamalan film. And yeah, I was on an M. Night Shyamalan kick, and I just want to get all his movies on Blu-ray, because I really admire his work. Even his bad films like The Happening, I think, have a lot of merit to them. But his next film, this was his big comeback film after a few bombs he had, and it's The Visit. The Visit by M. Night Shyamalan. Scary film. I love the twist in it. If you don't know the twist, I'm not gonna spoil you. I just recommend watching it. It's got a decent twist that you probably won't see coming if you don't know anything about the film. Obviously, if you already know everything about the film, it's not gonna surprise you. But anyway, let's read the back. When Becca and Taylor are sent to the grandparents' secluded Pennsylvania farm for a weekend-long stay, they quickly discover something is not right with the elderly couple. Faced with strange rules and increasingly frightening behavior, the children soon realize it would take all their wits to make it home alive. This heart-pounding thriller from the director of The Sixth Sense and Signs and producer of Paranormal Activity and The Purge is a deliciously creepy triumph. Scott Mendelson from Forbes. Wow. They put a Scott Mendelson quote on here. Wow. Anyway, yeah, The Visit. This was his big comeback film. M. Night Shyamalan actually took out a mortgage on his house, put his house up to make this movie. If this movie flopped, he probably would have lost everything. So he gambled on himself and it worked out. He made a great film, and he was able to make more films after that, like Split and Glass. And I think there's one more he's making. Maybe it was a TV show, but the meta theme of, racism is pretty apparent when you first watch it. That subtle racism that white people do, of course. Every race does. I think you could tell right from the beginning, from watching the film, that that's what it's about. But then, I don't know, I feel like the movie was such a big hit because everyone can relate to that feeling of something being wrong when everyone's acting so nice to you, Like, you almost feel like, oh, what's wrong with me? Why is everyone acting so nice? I feel like it hits on that really well. But yeah, let's read the back. When Chris, a young African-American man, visits his white girlfriend's family estate, he becomes estranged. He becomes ensnared in the more sinister, real reason for the invitation. At first, Chris reads the family's overly accommodating behavior as Nerves attempts to deal with their daughter's interracial relationship. But as the weekend progresses, a series of increasingly disturbing discoveries leads him to the truth that he could never have imagined. The speculative thriller from Blumhouse, the producers of The Visit, a film we just looked at, Insidious series, and The Gift, in the mind of Jordan Peele, is equal parts gripping thriller and provocative commentary. And I think it really does hit on a lot of things. Especially that part where, like, the rich white people want to be in young black people's bodies because they think, young black people have it the best. And there is that subtle racism in there that Jordan Peele hits on very well. But also a very scary film. A film about mind control and, taking over people's bodies. That's always something that horrifies me a lot. Like, you're out of control, but you know exactly what's happening, right? You can see what's happening, but you can't control what's happening. That's always a deep fear of mine. Anyway, Jordan Peele's debut effort, and it was a hit. And he got to make a couple more films after that I think are just as good. But anyway, we're going to end it with a classic film, Michael Mann's Heat, with Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and Val Kilmer. Classic film, one of the greatest films of all time. The last moments of this film get me every time. Every time I've watched this film, I tear up in the last moments every time. When I first saw it, I straight out cried, I straight up cried in the last moments of this film. When he's holding Robert De Niro's hand in the end. And the text is really small in the synopsis. Do you see how small it is? So I'm going to try to read it. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, deadly power. What? I can't even see it. Dually power, the momentum and large scale of this groundbreaking film, written and directed by Michael Mann in the wake of precocious heist and armored truck. I can barely read it. I'm not even going to try anymore. Movie's about Al Pacino, who's a cop, tracking down Robert De Niro, who's a thief who, rigs a lot of heists and stuff. And that's the whole movie. Is Al Pacino trying to track down Robert De Niro, and they get into this relationship where they have a mutual respect for each other, even though they're on opposite sides of the justice system and stuff. And it leads to this brilliant moment in the end where Al Pacino is holding Robert De Niro's hand as Robert De Niro's dying at the end of the film, giving De Niro's character some comfort in death. Whether or not Robert De Niro's character deserved it or not, Al Pacino had a respect for him to give him that kind of closure, that kind of compassion, to not let him be alone when he died. movie directly inspired The Dark Knight. Christopher Nolan has come out and said many times that The Dark Knight has many influences from Heat, especially the opening bank heist scene with Joker. It came from this movie pretty much. If you didn't have this movie, we wouldn't get The Dark Knight the way we did. So, it all goes back around. But yeah, that's it for now. That's just a little taste of my Blu-Ray collection. I have probably like close to 200 Blu-Rays, and this is not even 20. I don't even think this is 20. Actually, let's count it out. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,